episode 54 of the podcast, and I remain your host, Tomo. This is episode 54, and for this episode, we will continue discussions on the World Economic Forum Insight Report on the AfCFTA. So about 2 weeks back, or 2 episodes back, I started a review on 4 key sectors that were identified in the report as having high potential in Africa, and the sectors are the automotive industry, agriculture and agro-processing, pharmaceuticals, and transport and logistics. I've done a review of the agro-processing and the automotive industry. For today, we will look at the pharmaceuticals, and then we'll do the final one next week. So we're going to look at the key trends and opportunities in the pharmaceutical industry in Africa. So let's go right in. The pharmaceutical industry is projected to grow at 5.13% compound annual growth rates between 2022 and 2027 Africa. And there are 4 important factors that were identified by the United Nations Industrial Development Organizations that are going to lead to, or that are leading to this high projections, and we will look at them. The 4 are increased expenditure, expanded provisions, a maturing business environment, and increased generalization. So we will look at some of the reasons that were identified within these 4 factors as leading to high projection within the African pharmaceutical industry. So we will look at the factors. So for the increased expenditure factor, one of the reasons that was identified as leading to projected growth in African pharmaceutical market is due to increasing health investment, and another one is also increased burden of disease. Then the next one, expanded provision. It is due to, one of the reasons is also because there is increasing private sector provision. And the next one, maturing business environment. This is due to maturing regulatory environment, improving investment climate, and reduced counterfeits. And the final one, increased generalization, is due to ongoing pricing pressure and increasing push for local manufacturing, and finally the increased confidence in generic products. So that is it with the 4 factors that are projected leading to projected growth in the pharmaceutical industry in Africa. So we will continue with the key trends. The packaged medicines and medical instruments. Packaged medicines and medical instruments, they make up the largest import shares for Africa. So 65% for packaged medicines and 12% for medical instruments. And packaged medicine has also been identified as one that represents the biggest opportunity due to high percentage of imports and the sourcing and manufacturing stages of the value chain. The total demand for packaged medicine in Africa is around $18 billion annually, and 61% is imported, 36% is locally produced and not traded, and only 3% of demand is met by intra-African trade. And of course, because of this low intra-African trade in pharmaceutical products, that has caused high dependency on imports. So that is one of the key trends. I've just focused only on packaged medicines. Now we move on to key opportunities. The 3 key opportunities were identified in the report. I would speak to 1 or 2 of it. The first one is the regulatory challenges that have long hindered the growth of the pharmaceutical industry in Africa are already been mitigated by the AfCFTA. So it was also stated that the lack of regulatory alignments and weak regulatory frameworks have been addressed through the Africa Medicine Regulatory Harmonization Initiative. So that's been resolved through that. Then the second one, that the AfCFTA will open a wider range of opportunities, and of course it's been stated that beyond packaged medicines there are also other opportunities for investment, which includes building quality healthcare infrastructure and increasing the capacity for vaccine manufacturing. Okay, so this is where we're going to stop for today's podcast, and I will say thank you to everyone, asante sana, to everyone that has been listening. And as usual, the podcast is for educational purposes only. If you want to discuss further or speak more on it, you can reach out to me. And until next week, I say bye bye.